Amsterdam calling, so pick up.
See if I can get a little snore going, a little mustache. Hello allemaal, I'm hoping everyone is having a lieflijk and lekker day today. I'm your host Dan Jerry with Amsterdam Calling, and you're in for a treat because today I'm going to take you on a tour of most of the rooftop bars and terraces here in Amsterdam. There are about 11 in total, and there are certainly more bars that have indoor spaces on the upper levels of their buildings, but these also have outdoor spaces as well. So in the first half, I'm going to take you on a fun, upbeat tour, and in the second half, I'm going to give you my honest opinions. I'm going to rank them and then give my recommendations of which ones to go to and which ones to skip. Also, there is a new kid on the blog. There is a new terrace and bar that we haven't gone to yet, and yeah, it is going to be at the end of the first half, so stick around. You won't want to miss it. Luminaire, which is on the 11th floor of the Hilton Doubletree Hotel near Central Station, and it is formerly known as the Sky Bar, and they did a renovation, a revamp, and made it a little bit luxer, a little bit more plush, but either way the views are still spectacular. I ordered a cocktail called the Cloud, and it's tequila, cucumber, and a few other things. Prost. Oh, that is different. It is sweet, it is salty, it is peppery. Our next place is at a hotel on the Wieboudstraat in Amsterdam Oost, which is Amsterdam East, and it's called the Volks Hotel, and they have a rooftop bar on their 7th floor. Made it to the rooftop terrace and restaurant at Canvas. I have no idea what time it is, but there's always time for a glass of rosé, so prost. Did you know that there is a terrace on top of the slanted roof of the Nemo Science Museum? Since the museum is mainly for kids, the terrace is a popular after-visit hangout for families. But everyone is welcome, and you don't need to visit the museum to enjoy some of the best views of the east side of Amsterdam's harbor. I'm now sitting at the Gap Bar, which is on the 8th floor of the Casa Hotel. This is in Amsterdam Oost, just outside of Amstel Station. Turns out it's Taco Tuesday, and you get 3 tacos. Yeah, pretty good deal. The tacos actually looked pretty good, but they were awful. I couldn't eat them. It was a pork taco, and it was so fat, there was no meat. And then I asked if I can switch it to something else, and the waitresses never came back. So I had a beer, lovely views. Just don't do Taco Tuesday, or maybe just stay away from the food. Just have drinks, enjoy the view, you'll be fine. Hey guys, the video is going to continue in a few seconds, but first a quick reminder to please give this video a like if you like what you see, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube Amsterdam Calling channel for more wonderful Amsterdam and Netherlands videos. Like walking through a greenhouse. Zoku is a short-term rental business apartment complex, and they have great workspaces, they have a restaurant, and they have this great rooftop terrace, and each of the individual terraces, they're like mini terraces, is sort of decorated differently. I'm coming to you high atop the Leonardo Hotel, high above Rembrandt Park, 17 floors up at the floor 17 restaurant, bar, and terrace. I ordered the Richard's Sweet Dream cocktail, which is basically amaretto and white chocolate. No doubt that the views are stunning and the cocktail was very tasty. But what I thought was a little disappointing is that there is no service. So you have to go down, order, and carry your drinks up here. I carried that my cocktail up myself and I spilled just a little of it. I really wish there was a little bit more service, but pretty much it's self-serve. I'm now in Amsterdam West, and it's a place that I just recently heard about. It's on the 5th floor of sort of like a work career complex, and the name of the place is Bar Bistro Bureau, and they have an indoor bar and restaurant, but they also have this huge terrace. Oh, this place just goes on and on. Well, they also have this great rooftop garden just outside the terrace. Lekker. I ordered the tom kha gai soup, and I have to say it's one of the best tom kha gai soup I have had in Amsterdam so far. They are only open during the week from lunchtime through the evening, and they are closed on weekends. REM Island is home to an old platform tower that once stood in the North Sea. It is now home to the REM restaurant bar with a rooftop terrace. We tried to visit the terrace, but upon our arrival, we were told it was closed. Sorry we have no images of the actual rooftop bar, but supposedly it does exist. It is out of the way of the city center, but maybe you'd be up for taking the chance that it'll be open when you get there. Now at the W Lounge, which is the 6th floor rooftop bar on top of the W Hotel behind Dom Square and the Royal Palace, and I'm right next to the pool, which they are known for. A long skinny rooftop pool and a lovely foreground to the Royal Palace behind me. I am at a new rooftop bar called Fitz's, and it is at the top of the Pillows Hotel on Oosterpark here in Amsterdam Oost, Amsterdam East. And yeah, it just opened up here in April. It's the new kid on the block, but already it's looking great. Service so far has been wonderful. Yes, for you. Guys, I ordered a cherry blossom martini. Ooh, some vermouth in there, so I think it takes the sweetness out, which is very interesting, very cool. I'm loving it here. It fits so much that I have stayed for a second cocktail. Gin, fermented raspberries, and basil. Ugh. So that wraps it up here at Fitz's Bar, and what a surprise it is. So far, it has to be close to top of the list. Again, with the service and the quality of the cocktails, it's definitely worth coming to Amsterdam East and checking out Fitz's Bar. This was probably one of the most difficult videos to film because we had quite a few disappointing experiences, mainly due to a lack of customer service and a lack of communication. There were only 3 places on our list that gave sufficient customer service from start to finish. After COVID, many restaurants and bars in Amsterdam are having staff issues, so I try to be forgiving. But most of these are upscale places, and they're charging up to and over 20 euros a cocktail. And I know these are first world problems, and maybe in the end it isn't that big of a deal. But I wanted to pass it on to you, be honest, and let you decide for yourself, especially when some of these places have websites that describe a different experience than what we did. So of course these terraces are going to be closed during rain and bad weather, but they're also closed for private events and for any other reason at the discretion of the bar. And this happens more often than not. There is sort of this lack of communication of telling their customers when their bars are going to be open and when they're not. And I don't understand this because they have websites, there is social media, they should keep their customers updated. The only one bar that I found that did this was Fitz's. They have sort of like an up-to-date status of their rooftop bar on their website, which is totally cool. So I think for this reason, definitely call the bar and make sure that they're open before you go. I didn't include Yellow House in our video because frankly it had nothing to offer. It sits in an industrial complex, therefore the views are of the industrial complex and the surrounding parking lots. There was no shade, and worst of all, there was no customer service. We stood in line for over 20 minutes to have our order taken, and still nothing happened. So we just decided to leave. So if Yellow House comes up in an online search, it's one to skip. I wanted to go to the REM tower for a while now, but when I arrived, their rooftop terrace was closed. And this was not announced on their social media pages or on their website. The two workers that I encountered were not unfriendly, but they weren't particularly welcoming. And they definitely weren't providing that personal service that they describe on their website. And if they had, I might have stayed to have a drink at either the bar or their lower balcony. I would suggest going to the Amsterdam Lookout Tower for great harbor views, and they also have two great restaurants. Although the views are wonderful and the cocktail was delicious, the service and the ambience are very disappointing. The terrace looks like a rooftop of a college dorm and not the comfy lounge that you see online. And if they have another outdoor lounge that was closed, it wasn't announced on their website or on their social media pages. And worse, there is no service on their rooftop. Having customers bust their own food and drinks is a far cry from the Michelin-like experience that they describe on their website. So except for the view, there is no other reason to visit, especially since it's a 20 to 25 minute tram ride from Central Station. Gap's Terrace has nice seating areas and a nice garden around its edge. The staff are friendly but unattentive. As I said before, our waitress just disappeared at some point. But what's most disappointing is how they think they can serve inedible food to guests. Serving something that tastes and looks like dog food just is shameful. So if you're staying at the hotel, check out the views quickly, have a beer, skip the food, but if you're not, it's not worth the 10 or 15 minute metro ride from Central Station. No doubt they have unique views and the hotel is centrally located, but that's where the positives end. Since you now have to pay extra for the use of the pool area, there is just one small balcony opened for bar patrons, and that fills up pretty quickly. There was wait staff, but no one waited on me, and when I finally saw a menu, the cocktails just didn't look that appetizing. So if you're having a day in the city, try going early, otherwise it's another terrace to skip. Zoku's terrace is definitely unique. I mean, instead of having one big area where everybody sort of eats and drinks together, it's sort of divided into like 10 or 12 different smaller private terraces. So if you're with a group, it's definitely more private, it's chill, it's a little bit more quiet, which is very cool, and the gardens that they have up there are also very nice. Climbing and hanging out on a slanted rooftop terrace is an experience in itself, and the views are amazing from the Scheepvaart Museum to the ship in front of the Scheepvaart Museum and all of the Oosterdok harbor area. The whole Volkshotel has a creative, youthful energy, and that is felt also up at the top of the canvas rooftop bar and terrace. It's very casual, laid back, but the staff is very friendly and attentive, and it's a little on the small side, but when things get busy, there is another side that they open up as well. Volkshotel, I would recommend it. What a great find. Really nice views from their terrace on the 5th floor, which is big enough to fit the whole town of Amsterdam on it. It has that signature Amsterdam hipster arty vibe, complete with a huge wild garden and old autos thrown in for good measure. Tasty cocktails, excellent food, and friendly service. It's in New West, which is about a 30-minute trip outside the city center by metro and walking, but well worth the trip. This rooftop bar has everything. The terrace is large, plush, comfortable, and has the best views of all of Amsterdam's rooftop terraces. The cocktails are inventive, and their location couldn't be more convenient. Although I was overlooked by the staff for 20 minutes after I received a menu, the service improved. So overall, a very nice experience, and Luminaire continues to be one of the best rooftop bars in the city. So Fitz's Rooftop Bar has created a sophisticated but casual terrace with their signature drinks, impeccable service, and views of the lush and green Oosterpark. The walls are a bit high to see over, but it's the service that's the standout. And it's not like you get pampered. They just know how to treat you right. And that is certainly a lot better than some of the other places on our list. Although it's outside the city center, it's only a 7-minute tram ride on tram 14 from the central station. Definitely worth the trip. Congratulations, Fitzes. You're the newest, but you're the best. So there you have it. In the center, you have Luminaire. And on the east side, you have Fitzes, Canvas, Zoku, and Nemo. And on the west, you have Bar Bistro Bureau. 6 great rooftops to start your tour. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful and helpful, please give it a like. And please consider subscribing to our Amsterdam Calling channel here on YouTube. I'm your host, Dam Jerry, hoping all of your days are lief, leuk en lekker. Tot de volgende keer.